Oh, now that makes sense. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we'll be counting down the top 10 movies that you have to watch twice. Just to clarify, we're talking about the complex, mind-bending movies that you need to rewatch to fully understand and appreciate.
There's sometimes a buggy. How many drivers does a buggy have?
Please be advised, though we've removed some of the major spoilers, there may still be some ahead.
You're Mr. Durden.
Alright, you all know the drill. When your number is called, step forward and repeat the phrase you've been given.
Number 10, The Usual Suspects.
It was all the cops' fault. You don't put guys like that into a room together.
Kicking off our list is the film that follows the interrogation of Kevin Spacey as a small-time con man and the lone survivor of a brutal massacre. We're then given flashbacks and a story presented by his unreliable narrator, one that tells the tale of a mythical crime boss.
Kaiser Soze! Kaiser Soze!
The second viewing is completely different once you've learned the truth behind Kaiser Soze. Number 9, Open Your Eyes, aka Abre los Ojos.
Abre los ojos.
Next up is the original Spanish film that was hastily remade into the Tom Cruise vehicle Vanilla Sky, which also co-starred Penelope Cruz.
Do you want to hear Jeff Buckley or Vicky Carr?
Here, a handsome man caught in a love triangle is forced to have his face reconstructed after a grisly accident. Since the twist scene is woven into the narrative seamlessly, upon a second viewing, you'll definitely be paying extra close attention.
I want to talk to Dr. Carlson. He knows me.
Number 8, Jacob's Ladder. A psychological horror, this one centers on a shell-shocked Vietnam vet mourning the loss of his child. The hook here is that he must also deal with severe disassociation, which has broken him from reality. This leads to his various attempts to make sense of the delusions and dreams he experiences. As you may have imagined, this adds up to a film that's both hard to follow the first time around, but one that's frighteningly hypnotic nonetheless. Number 7, Mulholland Drive. Next up is the surrealist neo-noir about an aspiring actress who befriends an amnesiac.
I don't know who I am.
There are several ways to interpret this movie. This is due to its focus on elements that are seemingly unconnected, while never really letting you make up your mind whether or not a scene is real, a dream, or even some sort of metaphor.
It's not easy for me!
Simply put, there is no major consensus to be found here, especially in the second half. And that's part of the fun.
Hey, man. What are you doing?
Number 6,
Oh, God, no, please.
Fight Club.
No!
We can never really say enough about this Watch Mojo favorite. Perhaps that's because it inherently needs to be re-watched. On the surface, it's all about Norton as an insomniac office worker who befriends a charismatic, soap-making, fist-fighting anarchist.
Did you know if you mixed equal parts of gasoline and frozen orange juice concentrate, you can make napalm?
However, once we learn the truth about his new friend, it's time to hit rewind and search for all those clues you surely missed.
Answer me, why do people think that I'm you?
I think you know.
On top of it all, director David Fincher adds in subliminal frames throughout the film, expertly blurring form with function.
Everything's a copy of a copy of a copy.
Number 5, Inception.
Something, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Leave it to Christopher Nolan to try as hard as he can to lose the audience. Here, DiCaprio and company are hired to use their experimental technology to enter their target's dreams.
Come on!
Although the initial concept is enough to make your eyes cross, this film heavily relies on the concept of dreams within dreams, plays with the flow of time, and then has the cojones to leave you guessing at the end. But the top wobbled. Number 4, Donnie Darko. This supernatural flick is a cult classic for a reason. Its plot focuses on Jake Gyllenhaal's Donnie narrowly surviving a jet engine landing in his bedroom. He then goes down the rabbit hole in a story about hypnosis, wormholes, and alternate timelines. There's even a creepy man-sized bunny named Frank.
They are in great danger.
Deliberately weird, Donnie Darko is also a delightful mind bender.
28 days. 6 hours. 42 minutes. 12 seconds.
You're a stuttering Stanley.
Number 3, The Sixth Sense.
Who have you been speaking to?
Stuttering Stanley! Stuttering Stanley!
In this brilliant psychological horror, we're introduced to a boy who can see dead people and the dedicated child psychologist that's trying to help him.
I see dead people.
If you've been hiding under a rock for the last 15 years and you don't know the twist, we won't ruin it in this clip. But suffice to say that there are countless hints about it throughout, and it takes multiple viewings to notice them all.
Happy anniversary.
Either way, after seeing the end, you won't be able to watch it the same way twice.
I'm turning it off. Wait.
Number 2, Primer.
Okay, I didn't do that.
In this film, a group of scientists working out of a garage accidentally create a machine capable of time travel, but each timeline remains totally distinct. It would be an understatement to say that said interpretation of time travel was all that straightforward.
I'm not gonna pretend like I know anything, okay, about paradoxes, or what follows them.
The result is a movie that is so mind-bending and devilishly complex that moviegoers have created diagrams just to try and grasp what they saw.
And I can imagine no way in which this thing would be considered anywhere remotely close to safe. All I know is I spent 6 hours in there, and I'm still alive.
With so many great films to choose from, we had to draw a line somewhere, so here are a few honorable mentions.
I don't think the human mind is meant to exist in two different, whatever you called it, dimensions.
I told him that we take about an hour to do it.
So they said we're gonna do the first floor.
How long you been on the clock?
Been on for 18 hours straight.
Nice paycheck.
You don't remember me at all?
No.
We've talked a bunch of times.
I'm sure we have.
Number 1, Memento.
Well, what's the last thing you remember?
My wife.
Taking the top spot on our list is the masterful film by the Dark Knight and Inception director, Christopher Nolan.
Remember Sammy Jankis?
A movie presented in reverse order. It confuses with a protagonist that can't create new memories and who's out to find out his wife's killer.
This guy told me his name was Teddy. Don't believe his lies.
Ultimately, this psychological neo-noir thriller will keep you guessing, deciphering, and sorting out events long after your first viewing.
Okay, so what am I doing?
And no, watching it backwards won't help.
Oh, I'm chasing this guy. No, he's chasing me.
Agree with our list? Which movie did you have to rewatch to fully understand?
I don't know, I haven't thought about it in a while.
For more thrilling top 10s published every day, be sure to subscribe to WatchMojo.com.
Can you do that for me?